What's up, YouTube? Uzumaki Khan here. Welcome to chapter 1066 live reaction of the One Piece. Yo, boys, the intro never gets boring. Listen, you know, earlier today at the end of the live reaction, I mentioned that I was meant to leave the city, right? And something I got to take care of. But that's been scrapped. So now that's going to happen tomorrow. So all day tomorrow, I won't be home. Obviously, I won't be in Birmingham, fam. So this chapter, obviously I'll upload today, will be for tomorrow basically, because I do try my best every day to upload a chapter. And Friday, dudes, we're getting up to date. 1 episode of Villain, 2 episodes of Blue Lock on Friday, inshallah, boys. You get me? So that's the plan on Friday. So if I can't upload on weekends, which I normally really struggle with, One Piece will continue then. If not Friday, let's go, boys. Also metal. I got your message about there's 3 chapters, cover stories or something here. Hold on, let me just click on it. Oh, whoa, okay. So there's 1. I'm sure your message said 3. Or am I tripping, fam? So I'll check this out just before I do the movie. I'll probably do it in the same video. Or if not, one a day before. Let's go, boys. Yo, look at this, fam. 1066, 1076. Yeah, Ramadan's this month as well. I should be up to date well before then. Ramadan's the 20th something. I'm not too sure. Anyway, let's go do this. 1066. There, cover story, Germa. An emotional explosion volume Germa returns with added bonus. Don't you find like that cover story, what we got with was it Aokiji and Pudding? Like you don't see, I'm not even too sure. You guys obviously know better. We don't get like a cover story, right? That's got to do with the chapter. I mean the arc we are in. If obviously not because Germa, we won't be seeing Germa, but seeing Pudding and Aokiji, and fam, that was literally to do with the same chapter, if not 1 chapter later. And it was insane. Germa returns. Come on. Here we go, boys. What's that supposed to mean? They mentioned about 900 years ago. What's that supposed to mean? That long in the past, there used to be a futuristic city just like this one. That must have been so far advanced. Only in theory, as far as I know. So he's not saying this is, I mean, it must be a fact. The longer in the past, there used to be a futuristic city just like this one. And now that got disposed of. There was once a man who gave his life for archaeology and brought that kingdom existence to light. Which man? So without that man's efforts, this kingdom's whole existence will be erased. And that timeline matches up with the period in which a certain machine discovered elsewhere was originally produced. And that timeline matches up with the period in which a certain machine that timeline matches up with the period in which a certain machine discovered elsewhere was originally produced. Would that machine happen to have been made during the Void Century? See how intrigued Robin looks. How do you know exactly? Robin probably knows the most, obviously, within our group, with her knowledge. Ohara, fam, the books. Would that machine happen to have been during the Void Century? How much do you know exactly? Robin's gonna get along with this dude well. Robin, you know about this? I realize this may be painful for you to remember. Your hometown of Ohara was leveled by the Navy's Buster Call 22 years ago, after all, Akainu. I suspect this was because Ohara had discovered the existence of that particular kingdom. So, of course, Ohara fam, it wasn't just obviously their knowledge of polyglyphs. It was their knowledge on the whole void century, the ancient kingdom. I suspect this because Ohara had discovered the existence of that particular kingdom. That was Ohara was fucking such a threat, fam, to the government. The government didn't want no one to know about this. Just because Ohara discovered the existence of that particular kingdom. The Void Century, as it is called, is the history of a war between this extremely advanced civilization of the past and a group of 20 kingdoms. The world government! Them dogs wiped it out! It did! The 20 kingdoms won the war! And there we go! So that's what happened to the Asian kingdom, fam! The world government won the war and later developed the world government, creating the world that we know today. So the kingdom was so advanced, but it was still not enough to demolish the 20 kingdoms together. Won the war and later developed the world government. So that is why the world government don't want people knowing about these stuff. This is knowledge sacred to them. No one else is meant to know. Explains the Ohara incident then, fam. Not just the knowledge of polyglyphs, right? And in order to ensure that the ideals of that ancient kingdom could not be passed down, because indeed if it is passed down, people could try emulating or just like understanding, and the world government does not want people to know. They erased all traces of it from history. Look, fam. There is indeed the world government that was responsible for shoving a foot up the Void Century's backside. Advanced, extremely advanced civilization of the past. No matter how advanced it was, indeed, it could not stop this. And a group of 20 kingdoms, then 20 kingdoms took them down, then eventually created what we know today. The world government. Whoever had discovered the existence of that particular kingdom. So God knows what else Ohara must have knew. God knows what else must have been in them books. Not just knowledge of polyglyphs. They knew about the kingdom that existed. Once upon a time that was far advanced than this. They erased all the traces of it from history. Look at Nami, they can't believe the news. What? How could that be? Huh? What? Is that really true? Whoa, talk about a tale packed with romance. Mystery I can understand. Where does romance come from? A tale packed with romance and mystery? Hang on a second, Vegapunk. Doesn't that mean that everyone who's learned about this is a threat, right? Is wanted by the government, right? That's what Sanji's gonna drop. Doesn't that mean everyone who's learned about this is a walking red flag, right? Because we're not meant to know this knowledge. Void Century, as it's called, is a history of a war. He said it! He ended the sentence! He ended the sentence! He knew what Sanji was going to say! Will be eliminated, you say? Of course! Why are you telling us then? The scientists acknowledge that we're not meant to know. Don't tell us it. I heard him say it, now they're making it out like we don't want to hear it. Usopp? Forget all of it, Usopp. You don't know anything. You didn't hear anything. I told you it's only a... You know, by him mentioning it's only a theory, I feel like he's just trying to not get us as rallied up or as scared. He knows for a fact he's spitting. He is. But Nico Robin, if Ohara was indeed wiped out over this theory, I'm not gonna lie, boys. I always thought, this might sound so stupid, I always thought Ohara was indeed wiped out over the Niger Poneglyphs. Obviously, it was that. It had two other important information that was not meant to come out. If Ohara was indeed wiped out over this theory, wouldn't that mean that the government has essentially admitted that is true? Of course! You'll only shoot, you'll only silence the situation if it's true. You wouldn't silence the situation if it's not true. Why waste man, money, and effort to silence a whole nation if it's not fucking true? And if Ohara indeed wiped out over this theory, wouldn't that mean that the government has essentially admitted that it's true? Because they are hiding. Because why would they wipe it out? If it's not true, they won't waste effort. In what capacity are you speaking here? The scholars of Ohara had to perform painstaking research on precious ancient texts to arrive at that theory. The scholars of Ohara had to perform painstaking research on precious ancient texts to arrive at that theory. With your status, can you learn the truth straight from the government? No, whether affiliated with the government or not, the result would be the same. Even I would be eliminated look, even he will be killed. And this place is affiliated with the world government because this place reminisces with the past. The technology they had before. This place is a copy of it in a sense. With your status, can you learn the truth straight from the government? You're in a government-affiliated place. You work here. Can't you find out by going to the government? No, whether affiliated with the government or not, the result will be the same. Look at this. Look how precious this information is. Look what it means to the government. What a bunch of dogs. Ain't committing mass murder at its highest, and soon as someone has any intel about it, you are a wanted man. Even I would be eliminated for speaking about it. He spoke about his death a few chapters ago. Even I would be eliminated for speaking about it. Now you are indeed speaking about it. Is there someone around here that's not... No, fuck, it can't be the fucking Caribou. I don't know why I'm thinking the Caribou. Indeed, someone is here that's hearing this that's not meant to be here. Come on, he's talking about his death. Now he's talking about even I would be killed if I speak about it, which he is doing right now. He is talking about it. And that too, after he spoke about his death. So this man's gonna die, fam. What he should do is not spill that. Then again, like then the story would never flipping continue, right? It's about time, even though it means him dying, this information needs to be passed so we could pass down to others. We think we're wanted now, the way we are at Straw Hats. Now imagine what government knows we know about this knowledge, innit? I don't want to hear it then. This is torture. Just let it go. In that case, how did you learn about the ancient kingdom? All the texts, the library that Ohara compiled, it's true! There's no books remaining! All the books got destroyed! The will of Ohara still lives! Ain't the will the books? What Ohara known for? The books! The knowledgeable individuals! By the will, does that mean there's others than Robin alive? The events of that day shocked the world. Flashback. The island of scholars, Ohara, the most knowledgeable place in the world. Destroyed in the course of a single night, with only little good Robin fam, the only one that lived, for the crime of being a fanatical sect of scholars seeking to overturn the world government. For the crime of being a fanatical sect of scholars seeking to overturn the world government itself, that was our crime. Several months after it happened, I took a trip to the child. Oh, Vegapunk! He went to Ohara! But that don't mean, how can he know if everything was destroyed? So what happened after Ohara? Vegapunk visited it. Remains of Ohara. I'd known the great, Dr. Clover fam, the fucking professor dude. I'd known the great archaeologist, Dr. Clover in life, and thought it appropriate to pay more respects to his memory. So that's why he went. To show like condolences in a sense. There you know Professor Clover from Vegapunk. This man, you think he can't surprise you anymore? This man went to Ohara. You know Professor Clover? You knew Professor Clover? Robin must be overwhelmed. He was an adventurer who obsessed over the Void Century. He dedicated his life to it and traveled the world in search. Look at this, boys! You're asking to be killed by the government! How obsessed Luffy is becoming the Pirate King. He's the same way, but in seeking intel, seeking knowledge. Indeed, knowledge is a weapon. Clover was arrested by the Navy and broke out of prison 10 whole times. I don't know if that was mentioned before, but I don't remember. Arrested by the Navy and broke out of prison 10 whole times. It made him the most famous archaeologist in the world. Holy shit! Eventually, other scholars were drawn to him and his quest, and Ohara became a sacred land for archaeology. Everything that the people of Ohara was doing, the government despises it. Their brilliance was the cause of their brilliance was the cause of their tragedy. Look at that quote. Their brilliance was the cause of their tragedy. People prospered too far that it was the higher they prospered in knowledge was the reason of their downfall. And if people weren't as knowledgeable in Ohara, that place, Akane would have not come. He was so high at a level that other scholars were drawn to him. And Ohara became a sacred land for archaeology. What the fuck is that? I set foot there! Vegapunk! That's OG Vegapunk! That's how he looks! I set foot on Ohara, where even the tree of knowledge had been burnt to the ground. I set foot on Ohara, where even the tree of knowledge had been burnt to the ground. That tree that I zoomed in earlier, where there were like faces on there, that was literally knowledge. Not even the tree was saved from the hands of the government. And what I saw stunned me. Nothing was saved. The lake in the center of the island was full of massive collection of books and papers of all kinds. The lake in the center of the island was full of massive collections of books and papers of all kinds. The things that you give your life to protect. What is this, he says? I suspect that as the Buster Call burned down the island around them, the scholars of Ohara made their final stand and died protecting the fortune they wished to leave behind for the future. They did not care about their own lives at that stage, because protecting the sacred text that would one day free the world from the world government meant more to them. That's how important it is to protect a scripture of some sort that you truly believe will change the face of the world. The people of Ohara believed in that. That's fucking beautiful, fam. And died protecting the fortune they wish to leave behind for the future. Yo. Is it me of reading these three bubbles like you're the way heavy, man? Ignorant soldiers would not have the ability to recognize the value of what they were seeing. Ignorant soldiers would not have the ability to recognize the value of what they were seeing. Ohara won! What? So, he's saying the people that came, since they never had the knowledge of what the elders have, they would not destroy the books. Because weren't they instructed to wipe out the books or just to wipe out Ohara? No! They wiped out Ohara thinking, see, man, I remember exactly, man, it was so much years ago on the flashback, so bear with me, boys. So, ignorant soldiers will not have the ability to recognize the value of what they were seeing. Ohara won. So the soldiers, they never destroyed everything, because they never knew what they were destroying. Surely if someone higher up in the government was responsible, they would dispose of the books. So in this case, Ohara did win. They were out the books. When I saw and understood what had happened, it left me helpless to stop the tears from coming. So we won! Take care of Robin. Make sure she escapes from the island, mother. Her mother. A flashback. Make sure she escapes from the island. I still have things to do here. She looks just like Robin as well. Mother, I don't want to leave you. I'll stay here with you. The Momonosuke, remember fam, the mom. When they go into the future and he wouldn't go. I'll stay here with you. Save the books for the remember. Save the books. Throw them out the window. Each one of these books are worth dying for. Robin, my boy Saul, fam. Robin, history is humanity's greatest asset. History is humanity's greatest asset. We cannot give up on the boys. Yo, we cannot give up on the future of the world. That's how Robin is so strong as a character, fam. Oh, it's so beautiful. I don't want to leave you. I'll stay here with you. Save the books. Throw them out the window. But did he not say that Ohara won because they never knew what they were destroying? History is humanity's greatest asset. Dear mother, be proud. No! The blasts, your mother is a noble. Ohara fought against the world. Imagine being your fam, you'd be so proud of your nation, fam. Yeah, she's crying, fam. Look what it means to Robin. Look what it means to her. What's the big idea? Making Robin cry. When the last time we seen Robin cry? The whole of Wano we didn't. Mentioning Ohara triggered all the bad memories. With Saul, with her mother. But you should be proud, fam. What's the big idea? Making Robin cry? Stupid helmet. You're gonna gay Vegapunk as soon as you release my shoes? Vegapunk? Just as you suspected Ohara, Ohara uncovered the existence of the ancient kingdom. There, I see. Then it is the truth. Where are the books? Because indeed, if the books are there, Ohara did win. Ohara uncovered the existence of the ancient kingdom. With that, two of the poneglyphs, you became a red flag. I see, then it is the truth. Where are the books from the lake now? I wanted to take them back to Punk Hazard with me. But if my superiors had heard about it, all would have been lost. And carrying them books with you would be like fucking in this world carrying fucking kilos of cocaine. Like, imagine the risk. But if my superiors had heard about it, all would have been lost. So it's not worth the risk. Oh, look at Robin there. Like wiping away your tears. The truth is, I encountered quite a combination of people that day. Flashback! Ohara! West Blue! 22 years ago! Months after the Buster Call incident! So what we see now happened after the eradication, the Buster Call. Who's here at these ruins? All right, lift it up. They look like the dudes! The chapters I'm reading from! The fucking giants! The chapter 100 and something! All right, lift it up. There, the books. The net. There! They mention giants! What are giants doing here? I'm right! What are giants doing here? And what do I do now? Do they understand the value of Vegapunk? Vegapunk's looking at them. They're taking the books out. The giants. Vegapunk is scared to make contact because he don't know what they will do with him. From the chapters, they were good dudes, fam. They were fighting for hundreds of years. Do they understand the value of these books? The giants! How quickly went to this? So that is Vegapunk! Giants? All right, lift it up. What are giants doing here? And what do I do now? Do they understand the value of these books? It's been a while. Dragon. It's been a while. Hello, Vegapunk. Not that I had to guess it. Then obviously he knows Dragon. They were talking before. When he mentioned about his death. He spoke to Dragon, so they know each other. Of course. Hello, Vegapunk. Not that I had to guess it. When I had to guess it was you. Thanks to that head of yours. So this is Vegapunk. Like Einstein? Is that? Oh! Look how bad he looks! He don't have the mark! Dragon! I hate it when the order is like this, man. I always get confused. Dragon? What are you doing here? I'd ask the same of you, Vegapunk. Somehow your head has grown even larger. So boys, was the Revolutionary Army forged here? It wasn't in it. It was formed later. Somehow your head has grown even larger. That's his head. You know what, truth be told, you expect him to have a character design like this. Ain't it, boys? Let's be honest. Especially in One Piece. I was like, imagine all the character designs of One Piece and you're thinking of a genius scientist. And now imagine how would Oda draw him. You'll think something like this, right? But let's be honest, they're trying to show the head is that big, right? Like his brain is that big, he's knowledgeable. I knew old Clover. Hold on, that's the same of you, Vegapunk. Somehow your head has grown even larger. I knew old Clover, as it happens. Are you too? Well, he had a way of trotting around the globe, didn't he? Clover, the idea that he would try to destroy the world. A bad joke of a cover. Dear Dr. Vegapunk, Monkey D. Dragon, Captain, Freedom Fighters, no Revolutionary Army. Of course, that was formed later when his hatred must have grew for the government. The idea that he would try to destroy the world? A bad joke of a cover-up? Are you curious about those giants too? They are not thieves. I already looked into it. The ones with the books, they've come from Elbaf, their village fam. The one that Usopp admires when he's like, yo, I want to be like them. They come from Elbaf, it seems. And they know what those books down there, fam. Then this means the people in Elbaf, and they know what those books down there are worth. But hold on, then isn't Elbaf? Wouldn't the government target? Or have they? I don't know. I don't fully remember. They go from Elbaf, it seems, and they know what those books down there are worth. Their captain was a strange man, all covered in bandages. The captain of them two dudes that were lifting the... Hold on! It can't be right! Saul! Didn't he die from Aokiji? Their captain was a strange man, all covered in bandages. He did die, right? When he was on his knees. Because it's Robin's flashback, I can't forget it. Who else can it be? He said Ohara gave their lives to save this asset of humanity. We can't let it be erased from history. Even though Elbaf the Giants have no connection with Ohara, they understood Ohara's struggle and the sacrifices they made for the books. Ohara gave their lives to save this asset of humanity. We can't let it be erased from history. See, you don't even have to be from a nation to understand their struggles. Yo, it's a good thing that your world government didn't figure it out. That your world government didn't figure it out because you're an ally of the world government. And come back to destroy the books that remained. Yo, fucking so good, fam. So good, yo. Whoever gave their life to save this asset of humanity, we can't let it be erased from history. It's a good thing. So fam, imagine it is him. Imagine it is him. Robin would be even more shocked. It's a good thing that your world government didn't figure it out. I come back to destroy the books that remain. Now, just a moment, I'm not. So now he's trying to say he's not with the world government. It made me sick to hear the news that you're a government lapdog now. I'm surprised how much he hates the government. He doesn't dispose of Vegapunk in a way. But then again, he's just, the world government are using him. It's not like he wants to be there in a sense. The you're government lapdog now. When you were too good to accept our offer. No! He offered Vegapunk to be part of the freedom fighters, which will later become the Revolutionary Army. Don't be stupid. What would my intellect and expertise achieve within an impoverished military force? Look at that, he's not wrong. Why will he join you? Do you have wealth? Do you have technology? Do you possess anything that his big ass brain can be beneficial for? Yeah, the government are bad, but they have status, they have money, they have technology. So my knowledge will be able to benefit them rather than you. Yes, I know. You were always honest to a fault. The world government is a massive organization, and within the Navy in particular, there are many reasonable people to be found. Don't lose sight of the goal. There are many reasonable people to be found. Don't lose sight of the gold dragon. Like even though he was with the government, he knew about dragon is gonna fight the world government at some stage. So in that sense, Vegapunk's a G, fam. Many boys. There are many reasonable people to be found, like Kobe. There are some people inside the world government, GOP. They're not like inherently bad. Yeah, the celestial dogs are the worst. But like, fam, there are some people in there that I can get along with. Ohara, the tree, I know, but I'll admit, this one really shook me. There are many reasonable people to be found. So don't lose sight of the gold dragon. I'm just gonna make sure I went every order. You know when a page is like this, boys, I swear, I feel like with time and I'll get used to it. This one really shook me. For the crime of speaking their mind to the cruel, unfair force that is the law. This one really shook me for the crime of speaking their mind to the cruel, unfair force that is the law. A group of powerless academics was obliterated by extreme violence. They're blasted. Speak in your mind to, fam, when you see injustice, fam, you stop it with your hands. If you can't stop it with your hands, you stop it with your tongue. If you can't stop it with your tongue, you hate it in your heart. Be sure the hating in your heart is the least bit you can do. You can't stop it with your hands, right? Because that's when retaliation happens. So that's when you use your mouth, but you can't even use your mouth against these cruel dogs for the crime of speaking their mind to the cruel, unfair force that is the law. A group of powerless academics was obliterated, man. Your fam, this is one of my favorite chapters so far, fam. Was obliterated by extreme violence, but I will create a military, the revolutionary army, fam. A dragon. Ivan Goff! Sabo! But I will create a military force that can actually fight back! You will! Despite your hatred of war! So the world, so he is a normal, going guy, but seeing the injustice what the world government done continuously made him into the man he is, yo. The most dangerous man in the world, a man that we have no idea what his bounty is. He hates war, he hates fighting. But he can't sit back and see injustice being done to the people like Ohara. So he decides to take actions into his own hands. Fuck, man. I'll see to it. That Clover's there. Oh! Dragon! Dragon! That's why he's doing it! That's why he's doing it! Look! Because the relationship that with Ohara, with Clover, he'll make sure their deaths won't go in vain. This is beautiful! I'll see to it that Clover's death and Ohara's don't go to waste. Tekuma! Ivankov! Before that year had ended, he joined with Emperor Ivankov and Kuma to create a revolutionary army that now shakes the world to its core. And he's a man that hates war. It's so true. Even the weakest of individuals, if they are pushed so far into a corner, the only way out for them is indeed violence. They can't sit back watching the world government just cause havoc to innocent people. Like, fam, how is me possessing books? How is me having knowledge on a certain kingdom that perished? How is it a crime? But to the government it is. He's here to stop all this that shakes the world to its core. I didn't realize Luffy's dad was so passionate. Where do you think Luffy gets it from? Did I hear you mention Albaf, Usopp? In them chapters, all he's doing was talking highly. Dragon and Professor Clover had a connection too. My brain is overflowing, man. Why did Kuma help us? Why did you make him a cyborg Vegapunk? That is so fucking true. Iva was a founding member of the revolutionaries. It's true that we must not allow the government to discover the Ohara. Let them look at that boy. Ohara! The books of Ohara are alive. They're not destroyed. The people that came to destroy like Ohara, they never knew what they were destroying. Only the higher ups know. So in that case, Ohara did win. The people never died for nothing. The government, it's true that we must not allow the government to discover that Ohara library still lives. So out of personal interest, I traveled to Elbaf in secret and read look! No wonder he knows so much. He read all the books that were saved. Their bandages is the soul. In other words, all of the world's mysteries, the Elbaf. So he is in Elbaf right now. All of the world's mysteries that, in other words, all of the world's mysteries that Ohara deciphered are right there from in his brain. No wonder you die. No wonder you die. Think about it. Imagine how much the government must hate this guy. Think about it. All it takes is one man to know to overhear this conversation. No wonder you see it coming. Where I have carried on the great work of researching them. That giant captain is there! Oh, look! She's quiet, fam! Look what it means to Robin! Look what it means! That giant captain, his name was Saul, wasn't it? Saul saved her life when no one was there for her after her mother. It was Saul that told her to go. It was Saul that told her there's a Luffy, there's a Zoro, there's a Usopp, there's a Sanji, that there's friends waiting someplace. Saul gave her reasons of living. He is currently in hiding. I could not tell you more, whoever he might be. There, look at that. You never seen Robin cry like that? The last time she cried like this, it was in the flashback. How beautiful is this? Saul, no connection with Ohara. He's Albath, he's a giant. He went to Ohara to literally the other giants went to take the books. So in a sense, he wanted to save Ohara, the knowledge the knowledge that was thrown in the water, but that too, Robin has a connection with him. And one's from Elbaf, one's from Ohara. There is no look at this, fam. This is what One Piece does so beautifully, fam. But I'm sure he died, right? See, my knowledge is not as good, but I'm sure he did, fam. How could you, man, when he turned to ice and he was on his knees? Unless I'm missing something, fam. Thank you, Dr. Vegapunk, for ensuring that Ohara's battle wasn't in vain. That was the truth of Ohara, boys. I am simply engaged in all areas of study. It is in the nature of a scholar. The shoes are moving on their own. I cannot release you, but you may come with me. I have something to show you. What? Scrap heap Fabio face, Egghead. They're the fucking armor, fam. This is a giant that wore this, right? Hey, Chopper, there's no place to ride inside. There's no place to ride inside because it's not a Gundam, fam. This is armor, yo. Like Dark Souls. And you find inside, oh, it must be the kind that goes on its own. Then how about go, look at them, go robot. Move! Yo, robot, move! Go! Fam, ain't gonna work like that. What's the command? No, I bet we have to call its name first. Go Rabunuske. Go Robo King. You guys yeah, boys, he's an emperor as well. You guys are such dumb little kids. That's not going to. Ah! It exploded! Self-detonated! Ah! That's an explosion! What caused it? Someone's here. Help! I request help! Vegapunk! Look at his shoes! Like Super Mario's hat in the Mario game and 3D World. Help, I request a help, there, Vegapunk. Einstein! My man's like Einstein. So at least he shows himself now, right? Help, I request help. I failed again, blast it. Someone, anyone, I request help. I request help. I request help. Did time space get twisted somehow while I was warping? Look at his shoes, yo. Like Mario's hat, fam. What's with this guy? He looks like him, man. I'm thinking, oh, the robot exploded. Okay, so help. They're Luffy. What's with this guy? He looks like Kinemon. I'm thinking, I'm gonna save you. Thanks. Wait, that's... Thank you. My man says it right away. The first thing. You're Dragon Son, aren't you? I knew you were here. Thank you for coming. And you, Bonnie, how much you've grown. Bonnie did say a few chapters ago she came here as a child, right? And our Vegapunk is a genius. He ain't gonna forget someone like her. And how much you've grown. It's so good to see you flourishing. What is he floating? Look at him, man. He looks so typical. I swear to God, if someone goes to me, your older's gonna do a scientist, I swear to God, I'll think of someone like this. Like someone that looks goofy, but just a straight up genius. What is he floating? Vegapunk, you got answers to give. First of all, why did you make my dad into a flippant cyborg? What is the true reason? I see you're wearing them too. Look at this man's fucking. Hey, look at him. Man just hovering, yo. I see you're wearing it. It's like it's a Nimbus. You're wearing them too. Look, the dumb shoes have a hover function. Huh? Oh, don't give that to Luffy. For the love of God, he's never gonna touch the floor. Just push the button on the side. Don't tell Luffy. So just push in the button on the side, grab the lever and push it down like this. That's it. Oh, we shut up, dude. Look. No. Look how beautiful that picture looks. The pure happiness. He's a woohoo. They're Vegapunk. This is the man, fam. They're Dr. Vegapunk, the smartest man in the world. SSG, Navy Special Science Group. We shot up too high, so they're not just floating, they are boosting up. Choppers going up. I think wait. Show me some color. The will of Ohara. Oh, that giant captain, he's called Saul, isn't he? Is it me or the color looks bare off? He's hiding, he's in hiding now. So your reunion with him is gonna now. Then again, nothing's gonna be Book and Laboon, but still, it's still gonna be so beautiful. He's in hiding now, so I can't confirm anything. Look at the joy this gives Robin. Thank you, Dr. Vegapunk. Thank you for not letting Ohara's sacrifice be in vain. Like I said, boys, there might have been some small things I'm forgetting because, like, fam, the last time I watched this in the anime 5 years ago, I don't put the like bits and bobs, but all I remember, Ohara, their knowledge was on poneglyphs. That's why they got targeted, but it wasn't just, God knows what other mysteries must be in the books. Why don't we go to Elbaf? We haven't been there before. Fam, there's a reason to go there. Fam, you know, I feel like 30% of One Piece mysteries will be solved if we just fucking go Elbaf. Thank you for not letting Ohara's sacrifice be in vain. I try to help progress every field of thought possible. It's my nature as a scholar. No word of fam. You can easily tell why this guy must die. 110%. A man like him living is like the utmost threat. Any boys, think about it. It's my nature as a scholar. Hey man, the color looks nasty all of a sudden, fam. Ain't this by the other person? What's it called? Greesh, where the thing is on the screen. No, whose is this? Yash. There, Yash. The color looks bare, fam. Black and white's bare. The shoes are moving on their own. I can't release you. Just follow me. There's something I want to show you. So this is something we have not seen. Oh, now we're talking, fam. This there Greesh, fam. Whoever he is. And give it a big old push like this. That's the way. Gadzooks, we flown. Oh, look how beautiful. Look how beautiful that is. Look at him. Wow. Save us. Save us, Kuas. One Piece. Finished. Boy is on a level, fam. I mean, because myself, I say every time, but I haven't said it every time. I said, look, every chapter I read, I feel like 140. 145, I feel like 145 is my favorite chapter I've read as of yet. When Luffy first come to life, I feel like this has to be up there in top 5 that I've read so far, fam. Just by the sheer amount of knowledge that was presented, fam. Right here in my brain where I have carried on the great work of fam, you know, by him saying this, basically what I read is, yep, I'm gonna die very soon. Fam, his brain can't be alive. Fam, what is this equivalent of in this day and age? Like one of us, like I can't get into that, man. People, yo, can't conspiracies and shit. Area 51. Can't be saying that, yo. People hate when I talk about that. But I will look at this, for the crime of speaking their mind to the cruel, unfair force that is the law. A group of powerless academics was obliterated by extreme force. But I will create a military force that can actually fight back. You will, despite your hatred of war. So he knew the Clover and Vegapunk. Just watch Vegapunk, I'll change the world. I'll see to the Clover's death. Look at this, is Dragon Boys, fam. Yo, he hated the government so much, he became this person, yo. And it's so true, man. You can, like, fam, if you keep pressing the wrong button on someone, yo, they'll show a side that you'll never thought exist, man. It's so true. They're not thieves. They come from Elba. What were their names, man? 1 minute, boys. I screenshot a lot of images when I'm like 150 something. I need to continue reading it, but I read some. These bad boys. Wait, which one is bigger? Which one? Look, Braggy. I think mine's a little bigger. Don't kid yourself. Mine's almost 2 inches bigger. What? Cheese, please don't. Okay, 1 minute. They're these two, fam. Look. Wait. I know one's Broggy. They're Broggy. Broggy the giant. And behold, the mightiest warrior of Elbaf, Broggy. Them, Dory and so that was that them? Was that them? Hold on now. Now I got the picture of it on my phone. There! The horns! The horns! Can you see? There! And the other dude, wait. That is one of my favorites, you know. Remember when Robin, fam? What are you doing here, Miss All Sunday? Miss All Sunday, Barack Works, Vice President and Supreme Commander. When she first, when she seen us. This is one of my favorites. There's so much legendary pictures I've read, like in the first 150 chapters. Let me show you some of the ones that hit me. Oh, boys, let me show you the one that hit me the hardest. Wait, boys. Come on, man. There, look, this was beautiful as well. Look, a giant, no, I want to be like the warriors of Elbaf. I want honor and glory. Usopp says, ha, is that so? You see, because our lives are longer than yours, our desire to die with honor is greater too. And Usopp always talked about brave man of the sea. Material things, even in life, all fade in the end. But as warriors of Elbaf, we can die with honor. Our deaths can be glorious, and that honor will be the eternal treasure of our homeland. So honor is treasure. That is why I saved this picture, boys. Look how beautiful it is. Hold on, man. I'm getting carried away now. One sec, dudes. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to say it. I want to show you guys it. Oh yeah, this one got me curious. Remember with what was it, man? Drum Island. Look, Blackbeard pirates were mentioned even then. I took a picture of it because just to remember, there were only 5 pirates. The captain called himself Blackbeard. They were immensely powerful. We never had a chance. They defeated us before we knew what hit us. 5 pirates, you must be kidding. Blackbeard? So I screenshot this. So if that ever takes place later, where there's some connection with Drum Island, in some sense, I would remember. So a lot of these that I took pictures of, so to make sure I don't forget. Hold on, man. Where was it, man? All I see that 95% pictures of my kids, man. I'll find it. Patience is a virtue, boys. There we go. Look. Zoom, focus, you son of a... basically, Hawkeye, this is unexpected. I'm in a bad mood. You're here to challenge me? I don't challenge one-armed has-been. Boys, me Hawk dropped it. But there, boys, look at this, man. I got endless pictures, all valuable pictures, fam. But see, once I continue it, then I could always save more that I feel I could hold value in the story. Innit? Okay, sorry about that, dude, man. I got carried away. What are giants doing here, and what do I do now? Do they understand the value of these books? So we stood back and dragon came. Mother, your mother is noble. Ohara fought against the world. Man, imagine being from such a nation, yo. Ohara uncovered the existence of the ancient kingdom. I see, then it is the truth. Where are the books from the lake now? Just as you expected, Ohara uncovered the existence of the ancient kingdom. Look at that. That's why it was targeted, that too, with the other countless mysteries which they possess. Ignorant soldiers would not have the ability to recognize the value of what they were seeing. Ohara won. And it's so true. The only way for Ohara to have lost if those people they knew what they were destroying. They never knew what they were destroying. Hence why Ohara did win. The people did not die in vain. When I saw and understood what had happened, it left me helpless to stop the tears from coming. I always thought this was the case. Yeah, like the food, the books were full, like everything got destroyed. But Robin, that's why Robin is so important, because of her knowledge. It's all in her head, so that there's nothing else remains. But no, the books fucking survived. Protecting the fortune I wish to leave behind for the future. For the crime of being a fanatical sect of scholars seeking to overturn the world government itself. 7 months after it happened, I took a trip to the charred remains of Ohara, Clover. I know the great archaeologist Dr. Clover in life, and thought it appropriate to pay my respects to his memory. Yo, fuck, man. Boys, ain't this one of the daddiest chapters of One Piece? Just by seeing the amount of knowledge that was showed upon us. Saul, I always thought Saul was dead. Like, fam, maybe he didn't die and I misunderstood, but I always thought he died. Hence why Robin's flashback was so emotional. I mean, not. Oh, Harvey made it emotional, but I still thought, like, he died. But maybe I don't, man. Maybe I don't remember, man. That's what I'm saying, man. I need to read all of One Piece again, man. I will, bit by bit, boys. I will, for sure. I got 250 something. The will of Ohara still lives. No wonder he sees his death coming. And a group of 20 kingdoms. 20 kingdoms won the war until the world government. So indeed, it was the world government that effed up this ancient kingdom, the void century. Surprise, surprise, I guess, and it should have gone. But you think like an advanced civilization, maybe because advanced civilization at that time, the ancient weapons are from that time. Because they were so advanced that obviously they had technology that we can't possess today. Hence, the village Egghead now is a remnants of that. Like, if there is a kingdom, if there is a village that represents that kingdom the most, it is indeed Egghead, boys. You feel me? Yo, the government are truly, truly dogs, man. This is one of the reasons I love One Piece, man. Because you have fun. I mean, like, fuck it, once again, man. Let's not talk about conspiracies. One day I try streaming soon, boys, man. I feel like the next stream will be so funny. Was that long ago in the past? There used to be a futuristic city just like this one, only in theory, as I know. Just like this one, not just like this one, but far more advanced, because that was indeed during the time of the Void Century. Man, honestly, one of the best chapters I've read, boys. Honestly, but like I said at the beginning, dudes, tomorrow there'll be like a 0% chance of uploading anything. Friday, I need to get up to date with my animes, boys. 1 episode of Vinland, 2 episodes of Clover, 2 episodes of 2 episodes of Blue Lock. Then Saturday, Sunday, if I can, I'll jump on One Piece. If can't, because weekends I struggle, fam. Like literally, I struggle hard. But like I said, whenever I can, after Friday, I will, boys. You get me. And if not, it'll be Monday, inshallah, fam. But I try Sunday if possible, dudes. Okay, God, hope everyone's blessed. Have a good Thursday, dudes. You get me, and inshallah, catch you Friday. Love, dudes. I want 14 minutes. I feel like this is the longest flipping live reaction I've done. Can't blame me though, man. Fam, there's so much like important, not like information, delving on it, trying to like insane, dudes. Love, guys.